and we are here with the Ultimate Racing League. Sorry if you've tuned in expecting to hear Idle 4 gaming. Unfortunately, he's had a few technical issues with the internet, so he's asked me if I would stand in for the next week or two. He's assured me he will be back. Hopefully he can get sorted soon, and we can get him back doing the commentary for these races. However, like I say, he's asked me to stand in, so I'm happy to do so. So as I say, Ultimate Racing League, we're here with the btcc Group 4 challenge. This is the League 3 guys, round 2. We are at Kyoto Driving Park in Japan on the Yamagiwa reverse. I think I've said that correctly. The Yamagiwa reverse track, just over 3 miles long. We're in for some good racing, I'm sure. So without further ado, we shall run through the pack. The guys have been out and done the qualifying session, and the grid places are set from that. So we'll run down from pole to last. So on pole position we have Woody 97, Neil Farmack in second, Vexed is third, Slowpoke on fourth, Smoky Tom fifth, Sideways George 6, Asbo on 7th, Stealth is on 8th, Dizzy Rip 9, Braggy 10, Biggie 11, Firepower in 12th, Potsy in 13, and in 14th place we have G Smurf. As you can see, we are 2 short, which is not a bad turnout for the second race. So without further ado, we will get this race started. And lights out, and we're away. Everybody seems to have got away okay. Yeah, nobody left standing on the grid. It's going to be very tight into this first turn. We'll just follow the guys through just to make sure everybody gets through okay. It looks like we have, yep. So Woody taking up the early lead straight from pole, closely followed by Neil Farmack, Vexed in third. At the minute obviously we're all going to be quite bunched up. Smoky Tom in the Sylvia there, followed by Slowpoke. So we hit this chicane for the first time, killer of a chicane. Let's just make sure everybody gets through that. Looks like we did. No casualties so far. See G Smurf there being challenged by Potsy. So we'll go back up through the grid. So we've got Woody still out in front. Neil Farmer, I'm sure, is not going to let him get away from him. We've got Vexed following Neil. Quite a nice snake chain going on now. Smoky Tom and Slowpoke 4th and 5th. Sideways George going to put Slowpoke under a bit of pressure there in the Lexus. We've got Asbo, Dizzy Rip 7 and 8. All still very close at the minute. Got Dizzy Rip having a look there on Asbo. Getting a bit wobbly. Has he made it stick though? He looks like he's got himself through. He has, yes he has. He's got his nose in front of Asbo there. That's a good overtake from Dizzy Rip there. Biggie in 9th. Stealth in 10th. Braggy in 11th. G Smurf down in 12th. Then we've got Potsy and Firepower bringing up the rear in 14th. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Let's have a look what's gone on. Not sure what that was for. Did somebody go off? I missed that. I don't know what that was for. So Woody's still out in front. Coming towards the end of this second lap. Loving the colours of that Corvette. Woody working hard to keep it tight to that inside line. Neil Farmack desperately trying to get into the slip there. Can't quite get close enough yet. These three, Woody, Neil and Vex, starting to open up in a bit of a lead. I'm just going to stay with Neil for the minute. It looks like Neil's having a look. He's eyeing Woody up. Have a look round the outside, then he's cutting back to the inside. He's going to be on the outside for this turn. He's going the long way. No, still can't quite get it done. Keeping that pressure on, trying to force a mistake from Woody. Vex dropping back a little bit from these two. Keep it tight through that chicane. Ooh, Woody getting a little bit slippery there. Has that allowed Neil? It has. Neil was allowed through there. Woody just losing grip when he coming out of that chicane. That was unfortunate. Neil kept it steady. Oh, Woody's under he's being challenged now by Vex. Vex in the Viper. Going to be pushing Woody now. Oops, what am I doing there? Too many buttons to press. Let's go on board with Woody. He's trying to stay with Neil. He's got Vexed all over him at the back there. So, just completing lap 3, starting lap 4, coming up to the first turn. Will Woody try and do something here? Ooh, he nearly had a bit of a kiss there with Neil. Didn't touch, which was good. Through that first chicane, a bit tricky, gets slightly off to the right. That'll throw the car off balance. So let's go back through the pack then. So Dizzy Rip in 4th, he's been challenged by Asbo. Asbo trying to make something happen there. Dizzy Rip defending well. We know the McLaren's quick, but then so is that Ferrari. Very evenly matched. Dizzy Rip getting a bit slippery there. That chicane's going to catch a lot of people out tonight. I should know. So Asbo in 5th, Slowpoke in 6th, but 7th now. Smoky Tom, good overtake Smoky Tom. So Smoky now into 6th, Slowpoke in 7th, Stealth 8th. Bit of a gap now to Potsy in 9th. He's under pressure from Smurf. In fact, with a bit of a 4-way battle going on here, we've got Potsy, Smurf, Braggy and Firepower. It looks like Braggy's made that move on Smurf. Oh, and Smurf's gone off and hit the grass. That's unlucky. Get back on track. So it looks like Smurf under pressure now from his teammate Firepower. I think if those two just carried on side by side, formed a rolling roadblock. That's exactly what they're doing. Not sure if there's any team orders there, but it looks like Firepower was allowed to go through on Smurf there. Smurf being challenged by Sideways George. Oh, we're down to 13. We seem to have lost one. I'm going to have a look through in a minute and see who we've lost. I'm sure we started with 14. So back up to the front. Let's have a look. Neil opening up a bit of a gap now. To Woody, still in second, still being pushed by Vexed. Vexed is just going to sit there, wait for Woody to make a mistake. Oh, that was there. We go. Oh, well held. I thought he'd lost it then, but no. Kept it in a straight line, kept Vex behind him. Although it would have allowed Vex to get that a little bit closer. We've got Dizzy Rip in the Ferrari in fourth. We've got Aspo being challenged now by Smoky Tom. He's made up some good ground, Smoky Tom. That Sylvia is very, very quick. So Aspo being pushed by Smoky Tom now. We've got Slowpoke in seventh. We've got Stealth trying to catch up to the back of Slowpoke, put him under a bit of pressure. We've got we've got Braggy, Potsy and Firepower all battling it out here. 9, 10 and 11th. And we've got Sideways joining us. This seems to be where the battle's taking place. So Potsy pushing Braggy there. Trying to get on that inside line. Braggy shut the door though. Firepower now under pressure from Sideways George. As they come down the hill to this chicane. Let's see if we all get through. We do all get through, yes. Potsy just touching the grass there. Kept it going though. Firepower now, having a look at the inside. Oh, that was close. Potsy just shut the door on him. So Firepower desperately trying to take that spot away from Potsy. Sideways George trying to get that 11th spot from Firepower. Braggy there a little bit slow. He's gone off the grass. Was there a bit of contact? There might have been a bit of contact there. Firepower, oh no, Firepower's gone off. It looks like Sideways Citrus. Let's just have a look at this. So Firepower there, coming down towards that chicane. It looked like Braggy, I think, went off. Just caught Firepower Sideways. Just helped him. Oh, that was a shame. Sideways to slow down stop, so I think he's taking responsibility for that one. That was unlucky. He's allowed Firepower through. Well done, Sideways. Very unlucky, very unlucky. Although this definitely seems to be where the battle is taking place. So now we've got Smurf in 9th, Braggy 10th, Potsy 11th, Firepower 12th and Sideways 13th. This is a good 5-car battle. I think we're going to go back up to the top just to see what's happening. Neil Farmer is opening up quite a lead now. I don't think anybody's going to be catching up with him anytime soon, unless he does something absolutely ridiculous. Vex has now taken second spot off of Woody. Opened up a bit of a gap. I'm not sure if Woody must have had a moment. He must have done. Let's see if we can find what happened to Woody. I don't want to go too far, but oh, so it looks like that's the first corner. He's in third. He seems to have got a bit out of sorts there. Yeah, track limits, I'm sure, taking that 0.5 second penalty, that's not going to help him at all. He's dropping back from Vexed. We're on lap 7, we've got just about 4 minutes to go. Tyres not looking too bad at the minute. So we've got Asbo in 4th, we've got Smoky Tom 5th, closely followed by Dizzy Rip. Dizzy Rip trying to take that spot away from Smoky Tom. Ooh, keeping it on track there. Slowpoke and Stealth in the mix as well. Stealth pushing hard, trying to force a mistake from Slowpoke, who in turn is trying to get Dizzy Rip to leave a gap and allow him through. Stealth getting ever closer. Oh, Dizzy Rip lost it there. Let's just have a quick look, let's just go back. Dizzy Rip on the chicane. Yeah, he just touched the curb, got his wheels on the grass and off he goes. That's unlucky, Dizzy, very unlucky. Let's get you back on track. Luckily enough he's got a bit of a gap now behind him to Smurf, although they're going to be coming around that corner any time now. So we've got to move on. Unlucky, Dizzy. So we've got that leaves Stealth and Slowpoke battling it out for 6th and 7th here. We've got Smoky Tom, Asbo fighting for that 4th position. It looks like Smokey's got him there. Yes, he has. Smokey managed to get his nose in front of Asbo, who's now dropping in behind him, getting into that slip. He'll bide his time and he'll have a look next time round, I'm sure. Through that horrible chicane there. Well done, both drivers through that safely. Asbo trying to get in that slip so he can have a look then. Have a gap for Smokey. These two guys very close. Then you've got Slowpoke and Stealth. Dizzy on his own a bit there. Then we've got Braggy, we've got Smurf, we've got Sideways, and we've got Potsy. All battling it out for 10th, 11th and 12th. Oh, Potsy just caught the grass there. Oh, that's threw him off completely. Oh, that's unlucky, that's threw him off completely. You only have to get your back wheel on the grass and that's what happens. It'll throw you sideways straight into the barrier. Bit of a kiss there, half a second penalty. That's unlucky. Potsy there. He's having a good race as well. And then Firepower in 13th. I'm still not sure who we've lost. Oh, got a yellow flag. Oh, what's happened there? It looks like Smurf has gone off. Let's see if we can go back and find out what happened to Smurf. So he's come around that last turn. Yeah, he's just took it too fast, too wide, onto the grass. And then a kiss with Barrier himself. You can see Potsy coming through. He'll serve his penalty, but I'm sure he's going to be in front of Smurf now. And that drops Smurf all the way back. Firepower goes through, so Smurf now back in 13th. Firepower 12th. Potsy served his penalty now in 11th. He's going to want to get his foot down and try and catch the rest of the pack. Sideways in 10th. Braggy 9th. We've got Dizzy Rip in 8th. Spread out a little bit now. Asbo 7th. Stealth 6th. Slowpoke 5th. Smoky 4th. We've got Woody in 3rd. Smoky Tom getting ever closer to Woody, wanting to take that spot from him. We've got Vexed in 2nd and then quite a gap to Neil. We're just going to stick there, so Final lap for Neil. No, sorry, we've got 5 minutes. I'm thinking it was a 15-minute race. It's not, it's a 20-minute race. Forgive me, I'm thinking of Wednesdays. We've got another 5 minutes. Fantastic. So what we will do, let's just have a quick look. There's not a lot happening here. Stealth has just took 6. Let's just have a look. So Stealth is, yeah. So Stealth in 6, Aspo 7th, Dizzy in 8th, Braggy and Sideways, teammates there 9th and 10th, Potsy in the Ferrari 11th, Firepower in the Jag in 12th, and his teammate Smurf in 13th. What we'll do, we'll just go on board with Neil. And just see how it should be done. Nice and easy for Neil, bringing it home. Another fast lap. Fastest one of the night is a 1:41.4, so slightly off pace. But then he's just keeping everything nice and tidy, nice and tight, to just bring it home for the last 3 minutes. We'll leave Neil there and just drop down through the pack then. So Vex still in 2nd, under no pressure. Smoky Tom and Woody still battling it out. Woody, Smoky Tom's managed to get in front of Woody there. So that's dropped Woody now to 4th. Slowpoke in 5th. He's got Asbo chasing, although there is a bit of a gap there. Stealth in 7th. We've got Dizzy Rip 8th. And then we've got Sideways and Braggy 9th and 10th. I'm not sure if there's team orders for this one either, whether they're going to leave it like this, or will George let Braggy through? Who knows? Who knows? I'm sure they would have had a meeting before the race and had a bit of a chat about this. And if Braggy is supposed to be taking the lead, George is having none of it. We've got Firepower and Smurf, same thing happening there in the 2 Jags. And we've got Potsy in 13th. So let's go back up through the pack. We're all quite spread out now. Woody seems to be dropping off of Smoky Tom a little bit. I think his tyres are gone. His front left isn't looking too clever, is it? Same with Smoky, although slightly better. Vexed, his tyres are on the way out. Neil not doing too bad tyre wise. So if we go to the back then, we've got, this is where the battle seems to be now. We've got Potsy pushing Smurf Trying to force a mistake from Smurf. Just can't quite get close enough. Just get him. Oh, what's happened to Potsy? Oh, I think what he's doing is he's just, that's it, he's decided his race is over. Although you've crossed the finish line, you better keep going, Potsy. Sorry mate, you've got another lap to do. So we'll go back up to our race leader. On his final lap. Bringing it home. Race 1, win 1. Well done, Neil. Vexed, bringing it home for second. Flash of the lights there. Smoky Tom in third. Woody in fourth. Good race between those two. Slowpoke takes fifth. Asbo is going to cross the line in sixth. Then we've got Dizzy Rip in seventh. Well done, Dizzy. Then we've got Sideways and Braggy still battling it out. Sideways 8th, Braggy 9th. And then a little further back we've got Stealth all on his lonesome. Bringing it home in 10th. And then Firepower 11th. His teammate Smurf 12th. And then Popsy unfortunately had to do that last lap. I don't know whether he didn't realise there was another lap to go, but Popsy bringing it home in 13th. So that was race 1 of 3. 2 more to go. Hopefully you can join us for race 2.